Hello everyone, I'm Laurel and welcome to my channel. Today I thought I would test out my Dollar Tree items. Now, in the last video I did a dollar haul and I showed you all the different molds I got. And I also found mica powder. Unfortunately, I could not find the 2-part epoxy resin that they sell. I have not found that at all in any of the stores I go to. So I was going to make it all about Dollar Tree, but I really can't because I have to use my regular UV resin. And I'm not going to make any of these until I do find the Dollar Tree 2-part epoxy, because I thought that would be a fun project to do. And so let's see, let's get these out of the packages. Now these are very nice quality mold, and I'm sure some of you have noticed that a lot of these are pretty much the same shapes that I have found, that I have purchased actually in other molds, especially this one. You might recognize this when you first buy your resin kit, and this is usually included. It's got all, some really nice shapes, but on this one the shapes are smaller. Not a lot smaller, but they are smaller. And also I thought these were some nice shapes, and the way they made this is that you could hang something off of there because it's got those little holes at the bottom. I wish they had more like that because that would have been fun to do. But yeah, that looks like a nice mold. And then there's this one that has some nice shapes to it. Like this one has the larger oval, and this one has a smaller one, little circle, star. I like the leaf. I think that's really cute. And of course the moon. Now with the mica powders, I thought they had some really nice colors. I mean, you don't get much, but if you're just starting out and you're not sure, you can use, obviously, powdered eyeshadow. That works really good as a mica powder. These are really nice. Got to make sure I open them the right way. This part right here is the top. Looks like it might be sealed on the inside, so I'm gonna have to pull those off. But here are the colors. We got like a, I don't know, it's like a silvery gray, a blue, purple, green. And then these, let me see if I can get them out. This one is like a coppery color. And we have a pink, a gold, and an orange. All right. And I have a couple mixing bowls here so we can mix them up. Mixing utensil, and then I have the little, it's like a little spoon, like a little scoop, so we can get the powder out. Now, I don't even know where to begin. I know I just want to make these because these look really nice. And they look like they would be, make some fun jewelry. I'm going to start with, why don't we start with the one that is usually for the beginners. And let's see. I don't know if I want to use all of them, but I do want to test the molds out. So, and of course the mica powder, that is my main thing. So I'm just going to fill this one a little bit. I really like, let's see. Well, I like pink, so Why don't we try the blue one? And then we can also try this like silvery gray next. I'm scared to open these because I'm scared they're just gonna go all over the place. Oh, they are taped. Oh, that is nice. They really have these protected here. See if there's any more tape. No. Okay, set that aside. Oh, good. We don't have to take off any little top there. So that's nice. And it's good that it's taped shut, so protects it a little bit more. So we'll just take a little bit, a little spoonful, drop it in there. Mix it up. That's a really pretty blue. Now the other option too is we can paint it in there. We will try that one too. We'll paint one of the molds with the blue. Okay, that's really pretty. I like that. All right, so getting the heat gun out, so a little noise here, and I'm just going to cover this up really quick. I don't want any accidents. Okay, let's see. I think I'm going to do, maybe this one. I'll do this one, maybe make a pair of earrings out of that, because that's kind of nice. Or, I don't know. Well, we'll start with this one. Earrings are a pendant for this. I don't know. Okay, that's really pretty. I like that color. All right, so we got the blue. We'll do a few of these. Let me get a baby wipe so I can clean off my tools. Okay, so I did say we would do one where we paint in the mica powder, so we can see how that is. Just got to clean this up here. And we got a little mica powder there. All right, let me just get a brush. All right, so I'm going to do the small, yeah, I'll do the small oval. And I'll just paint it in. I'm going to do the sides too. And it's covering very nice. I don't want to use too much because I can't really tap it out, because obviously we have some right there. So I'm just kind of getting the excess out as much as possible. Okay, that looks good. And then I'm just going to fill this a little bit. Maybe just to coat the bottom. And I'm going to find, as soon as it spreads, there we go. I'm just trying to get it to go up around the whole area. I don't want any bubbles in there. Okay. And then use my lighter. Make sure there's no other bubbles. It looks like it's kind of lifting up, but I'm not really sure. I won't know until I cure it. So I'm going to start curing this for 60 seconds. I want to add something to this before I finish curing the rest. Okay, so that was only 60 seconds. Now I'm just going to add in some more. And I need my tweezers for this. So I have a couple little blue petals I want to add in here. Not sure how much I can actually get in here, but maybe if I did the larger one, that would have worked a little better, but that's okay. So I'm just going to put a couple little petals in here. And then I have some little teeny flowers I'm going to put alongside. And then I have some little yellow petals I want to add in because I think that might be pretty. Maybe one down here. They're kind of wanting to float up a little bit, so I'm just pushing them down. I'm being very careful pushing them down. Okay. And then there's some bubbles. So if you're just using the color, do it for about 180 seconds and then turn it over for 180 seconds. But if you're doing it like in different layers like this, do it 60 seconds, 60 seconds. That should work really well. Okay, so now I'm just going to do a top layer on this now. Okay, that looks good. And then I'm just going to cure this for another 60 seconds, then turn it over and then cure the whole thing for 180 seconds. Okay, so while that's curing, I just wanted to show you some things other than the molds and the mica powder that you can get from Dollar Tree. Now, I know I saw a little LED light, and it was for nails, and it was in the nail section, and it was $1.25. So they do have one of those. They do not have UV resin yet. I'm kind of hoping that they do because I really would like to test that out. If I can find the 2-part epoxy, that would work well with these also. I have not been able to find it yet, but you know, especially if you're just starting out and you're not sure if you want to spend the money on this stuff and buy a whole bunch all at once, Dollar Tree is probably your best bet. You can get the molds. If you can find the resin, that would be great. I do believe they had mixing bowls at one point. I have not seen them, so they may have those. And then I was thinking, like, to decorate like the coasters, if you're looking for something like interesting to put into the coasters, or even on these, they have these stickers. They have all kinds of stickers. You know, you name it, they have it. You can just look through and see which ones you like. I just got these for Valentine's Day. And I also have that large heart coaster mold, and I thought these would look really cute in there. Different size hearts and saying love. You should also look for gems. They have these gems, different colored gems, different shapes. And you can use that in your molds with your mica powder. I think that would look really nice. We'll test a couple of these out today with the mica powder. And I think what I'll do is I'll paint the mica powder in and then do a layer of clear and then put this like towards the top, because I think these are really pretty. I think this is done. Let's see. Feels done. So we can take it out of the mold and see what it's like. Oh, very pretty. Looks really nice. Nice quality. Let's see this one. This wasn't anything spectacular, but it looked like some of the mica powder might have raised up a little bit, and the coverage a little bit on the back. Yeah, so I mean, what you could do is if you want it to look more like this, you can just, now this obviously is not beginners, but it looks fine the way it is. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. You can just take a glass tile and sticky tack, stick that on there, and then you can just take this and pour it. Just a little bit on there and spread it around. But I don't know. I think I might just leave it that way, just because I'm testing this stuff out. And let's see. So we got a couple things done. Those are nice. Let's try this color. I think that's kind of pretty. Let's see. And we'll do the same. We'll do one, I can't get the tape off my fingers. We'll do one shape with just the color, and then we'll color the bottom in just to see, you know, maybe the coverage might be different. Let me see. I'm gonna do these like triangles with this. Or I don't know if I should do these or the other mold with this color. I'll have to see. Let me look. Let me see what that looks like. Maybe I'm gonna do the triangles on here. And then I'll do like probably, you know, 2 of each so I can have some earrings. I think that'll look really pretty. And again, this is like a coppery, shimmery coppery color. And I'm just doing a little scoop. And I'll mix that up. That's rather pretty. That kind of, that looks like almost like my metallics, but it's very, very pretty. I like that. That color is really pretty. All right, need my heat gun again, if I can find it. There it is. See, this looks like a connector between earrings. So you could probably use like one of these smaller ones and do like a post for an earring and then have this connected to this connector. Just a thought. Okay, I don't know how this is going to pour in. These are very thin, so we might have to just dab them in little by little. They're very thin. Oops. Didn't want that to happen. Got along the side. We could just try to get it to go down, like raise it up a little bit. These are very thin. So I'm just dabbing it in with my mixing tool. You could use one of those dotting tools because they have a smaller end on them. And this isn't even going into where the hole is supposed to be. I won't. Just gonna try to get it to move there. This might work, it might not. I mixed up kind of a lot, so I'm gonna do a couple of these. I'm gonna do the star. And these are just to show you, because I'm gonna have to actually go back and make more because I want earrings from these. I like this color though, it's really pretty. And I'm testing each mold just to make sure that they're all the same quality. I'm having issues today. It's just getting all over. I think it's because I'm a little impatient. I'm trying to get these filled in so you don't have to sit here and watch me do this. Okay. All right, so got that. I'm gonna need a baby wipe just to clean up that one little spot that I dribbled. I mean, you could leave that spot and it'll just cure and you could just pick it off if you want. You don't have to do this because it's far enough away from the mold, so it's not harming. Oh, there's tape again. This tape is everywhere. I'm just gonna make sure there's no more bubbles. I see bubbles in this one. I can see them like down in here. So I'm gonna try to push them up. Okay. And I still see them. All you have to do is put your tool in there and then just kind of lift it to the top. They're like towards the bottom, and for some reason they don't want to come up. All right, so then the next, I need another brush. Okay, we'll try painting some in. We could do that one, or I'm thinking the other triangle, just do all the triangles. I'm wondering if this coverage would be really nice because it seems like it's covering really well. The blue did too, though. The bottoms are covering pretty well. Sides, not so much. Just making sure it's all in there. Okay, so obviously I'm not going to be doing anything but clear in this one. And of course the first thing that comes out is a big bubble. Just not my day. Okay, let's see. It's not quite going. I just stuck my finger in it to the top there. I'm trying to see if it is. I can't see it. Okay, I think it did. All right, so I'm just gonna add just a pinch more. And then we got to get rid of those pesky bubbles. Just go over everything just to make sure. All right, so I'm going to cure this for 180 seconds, turn it over, and cure it for another 180 seconds. All right, so these are done. So let's take a look at them. I'm scared that there might be some bubbles, and there are. That was kind of hard to fill, and it's got some bubbles, but those can be repaired with any leftover resin. These are the ones I just filled with the color. The star came out nice, but again, it had one little bubble that needs to be repaired. And that's really easy to do. You just fill it very slightly with some UV resin. And this is the one we colored in, so let's take a look at that. It coated it very nice, and it gave it a nice look. I didn't do a very good job at filling the mold. It kind of got on the edges there, so I'm just gonna sand that off because it's just right on the edge. It won't even show. And if it does seem like it shows a little bit, just take a little bit of your leftover resin and just like dab it in there. It turned out nice. Okay, so we got a couple more. Those are nice. I like the stars. I obviously have a lot more left over, so you know that I'm going to be making those earrings. Some you won't find out until later on what I'm going to do with them, but let's move on to this mold. Now, I thought I would mix up some of the green to do the leaf because I'm curious about that. Now, we could color it in, but I'm not sure if I want to do that. Well, we could test it that way. We can just color it. Oh, that's the mistake I was going to tell you to look out for. Oh my God, I knew it. Make sure the top is the white part and you open it that way. I had them turned over just to show you the colors. Oh my gosh. All right, so we'll just get that off the mold. Apparently we're going to do a few of these. Oh, that was so dumb of me. Oh my God. Yeah. So I'm going to be covered in the green. Oh my gosh. So always remember, this is the top. You can take a marker, like Here, let me clean my hands off a little bit. That was not supposed to happen. So you can take like one of these Sharpies and then just write on top green. And then that way, you know, that's the top. And don't do what I did. Oh, I knew it was going to happen. I wasn't paying attention. So I'm going to turn all these over now. Especially the ones I'm going to use. So I used this color and this color already. We'll set those aside. I'm not sure if I'm going to use those today just because of what happened. I'm just going to do it. I don't want the video too long. So I'm just going to paint the green in here. It looks nice. And I think I'm going to do this one too, just to use up my mess. It seems like it does coat it kind of well, but I do see some spots that aren't the best. And then, if I can find my mixing tool, I seem to have lost it. I'm going to just mix up a little bit of the green and do a couple more of the molds. I think I'll do this one and that one. Just to, I don't want to waste this. So I gotta see if I can get it in here. I doubt it, but I'm gonna see if I can get most of it in there. There we go. There. And then I'll mix it up. It is a pretty green. It's actually different than the one I usually use, and it is really pretty. So before I use my heat gun, I'm gonna have to clean this up. And I hate that I wasted it, but next time I have to be a little more careful. Now I'm trying to decide if I want to do clear in those or if I want to put a color in those. Because I'm thinking I might put yellow in those, but I'm not really sure. So I'm going to do this. Oops, heat gun. Heat gun, see? Lost track of what I was doing because I made a mistake. I mean, even if I poured it, I still could have used my lighter, which I'm going to use. So I'll do this little round one. Okay. And then need another baby wipe just to wipe this off. I'll do the yellow. I'm gonna clean one of these out. Actually, I got a couple more left, so. Okay, I'm gonna do the yellow. So I wanna do the moon. And also where I put the green in, I wanna do that too, so. So this is like a gold. This is very pretty. Okay. And I'll just cover that up. I mean, we could paint a gold in, but I think I'm just going to just use this to fill those up. That's really pretty, pretty gold. Yeah, so be careful when you're opening them and just have fun testing them. And you can paint them in. You can just use the colors and, you know, do half of a mold with the color and then the rest with clear. You know, it's all up to you. I'm gonna do this. Oh, you know what? You know, I'll just do this and then I'll just use my lighter. Because I know a lot of you do not have heat guns. So actually this color and the coppery color and the orange, those would make really pretty fall colors. And you could do like even that leaf, you can do like a multiple color. You can pour some golden, you can pour some orange and some of the copper, and that would make a real pretty like fall leaf. Just making sure it's all in here. Got everything, seems like it. Maybe put a little more in here just to use it up. Also, when you're working on larger molds, if you have like leftover from those, these are great little molds to grab and use your leftover resin in because they're just small and it doesn't take up a lot. So that would work really good. So make sure all the bubbles are out. So these might be my new go-to when I have leftover resin, just to make a quick pair of earrings or a pendant or something. And I'm going to cure this for 180 seconds and turn it over for 180 seconds, and then I'll show you the results when I come back. Okay, so these are done. We can take them out. So these were the green that I painted in. Coverage isn't so great, and it looks like it kind of went into the gold, but that's fine. Same with the leaf. Oh, this one actually turned out pretty good. That filled in really nice. But it did the same. It kind of got into the gold a little bit, but it made a really nice effect with that. So I really like that when you paint it in. These were just the pores. Nothing special about these. And then the moon, I think the gold is so pretty. So for the most part, these molds are really good, and you know, they have a nice size to them. So you can use these as charms also. And if you do, you can add the charms to keychains, whatever, just as a little added something. You know, instead of using a tassel or whatever, just add a charm to it. Or you can just make them into pendants or earrings. When you do the earrings, remember, mix up enough for 2, because you have to do the mold twice just so you can get 2 of each. I think these are great. I have no problem with them. They're very thin, so they don't use a lot of resin, which I like. Not a very thick mold, and you can probably use a 6mm jump ring with it easily, except for maybe this one. You can put either a cord straight through it, or if you have like a 10mm jump ring, that would look really nice on there. So, you know, watch it till the end and I will show you what the final results were and what I made out of these. As you know, I don't really have to put where I got these items from, because these are from Dollar Tree, and you know, these are from Dollar Tree. I did want to do a little bit more, but I think the video is getting a little long, so you will see me using these again, and the molds and all those little pieces, especially since Valentine's Day is coming up. So things with hearts and stones and things like that I'll be using. And I'm not sure if any of you know, but I do have a Etsy shop right now that I opened. It has a few things in there, and probably things you haven't seen me make on here. So that is Creations by Laurel. And I do hope you stop by and take a look and see what I have there. I should have mentioned it at the beginning, but I forgot about it. So if you liked my video, please give me a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and press that bell for notifications of upcoming videos. Also, in the description box below, you'll find links to my jewelry, my artwork, and my photography. Thank you again for watching. See you soon. Bye-bye.